So in this place you can you pay the ticket 50 rand to come inside. I'm sure it's like $3, 3 USD to come to this place and look at the planes. Yeah, so it's a good adventure to come here maybe with your children and stuff. Children, workmates, friends to just hang out. They also offer guided tours to come to this place and look at these airplanes. I don't know if there's any other airplane museum somewhere here in Africa. Probably other companies have, but this one is quite interesting, and there's quite a lot of plans, a lot of things that you can really see. I mean, just enjoying every bit of it. As I was saying, this is quite a good place to be coming and be able to watch or to see the plans and stuff and learn about a few things. So I'm just gonna go inside here and see what we can see.
So when they purchased this airplane in 1971, it came in these colors. When Nelson Mandela became the president of South Africa after democracy, they changed the color of the airplane to the colors that are right now. So this is a double-decker plane, like I said. This is the cockpit, business class, first class, another business class, and economy class. So this airplane takes 291 passengers. First class takes 12, business 47, and economy class takes 232 passengers. If you can have a look on the armrest, there are ashtrays. So back then, passengers were able to smoke in the airplane. Some passengers were not comfortable sitting next to a person who's smoking. So this business class, they changed it into a smoking area. And this seat over here, this is where Nelson Mandela was sitting when flying overseas, seat A1, ALF 1. And here we'll have the first officer. So the first officer's uniform have a half-wing badge, 3 golden stripes, and 2 purple lines. And the first officer sits on the left-hand side facing the nose. So this uniform is for the captain. It have 4 golden stripes and a double-wing badge. He sits on the right-hand side facing the nose. The flight engineer's uniform is the same as the first officer's uniform, but if there'll be any mechanical issues in the aircraft, the flight engineer will change their uniform and they'll wear this white overalls and they'll go inside here. We call it avionics space, where they'll be fixing mechanical problems in the airplane. The reason why they're wearing white overalls is because if there's oil leaking down there and it drops on his uniform, it will be quick for him to spot leakages, but if they're wearing darker clothes, they won't be able to spot anything. So this is how the cockpit looks like. And these are the old flight tickets here. Any questions? If you don't have questions, we can go to a question. So decompression is when we have less oxygen in the airplane, and decompression occurs when an airplane flies on a higher altitude than it should be flying. So when we face decompression, we won't be able to breathe in the airplane. So this oxygen mask will fall from here. They only last for 12 to 14 minutes. So the pilot will have to bring the airplane on a lower altitude so that we can have oxygen. Meaning that the pilots have only 12 to 14 minutes to bring the airplane on a lower altitude. In each row of seats, we have 1 extra mask. Whether 2 seats will have 3 masks, whether 3 seats will have 4 masks, whether 4 seats will have 5 masks. Who can tell me why do we have an extra mask in each row of seats? Four people. So who's that fourth? Who's the fourth person? Yes, if one mask is faulty or it breaks, the passenger will use the extra one. One other reason, you wanted to say that? Okay. One other reason, if we have the flight attendant on the aisle busy serving passengers, they'll grab the extra one. One last reason, yes, if there's a passenger flying with their small babies on their laps, they'll use the extra one for the small babies. And passengers with small babies are advised to help themselves first before helping the baby, because the baby doesn't know the purpose of the mask. If you faint, there's no one to monitor the baby. Um, any more questions? 14 flight attendants. So if the airplane will crash or land in the ocean, we have 10 doors, right? 10 emergency exits, 5 on the left and 5 on the right. So all doors will open, and on each door there'll be a slide raft. A slide raft is something like jumping castle for passengers to slide through. Passengers will grab the yellow life vest under their seats. So you'll have to put your life vest around your neck and tie the strings around your waist. So this life vests have a torch that lasts for 16 hours. If the airplane crashes at night, and there's a whistle. If a passenger fell far from everyone else or they need assistance from flight attendants, they'll blow the whistle for help. So you need to inflate your life vest when you're on the slide raft, because if you inflate it inside the airplane and the water sinks in, you won't be able to swim to the emergency exit. You'll drown inside the airplane. So you will inflate it by pulling down the string like this. If you can't inflate it by pulling down the string, you'll have to manually blow it on this mouthpiece like you're blowing a balloon. Any questions? There's a hole. You'll have to blow the whistle. The flight attendant will bring you another life vest. Yes, we have extra ones in the airplane. If you are sitting maybe here, the emergency exit that you'll use is that one, the nearest one. Yes. If you don't have questions, you can walk around the airplane, take pictures, have a look at the cabin crew rest, the black boxes. From here, you can walk to the DC-4, the blue and white airplane that's opened, but you'll see everything through a plastic glass, and there's a big white container over that side. We call it a hangar. So where we pack airplanes and helicopters, we call it a hangar, not a garage. Oh, so in here we have lights. So on the armrest, there's a yellow triangle button. If you want to switch on your light, we have 4 lights. You'll switch it on, your light. And here we have air conditioners. These are the air conditioners. And here, this is where the oxygen mask will pop out from. Um, the button that's written channel, if you don't want to watch a movie, you just press there if you want to change the channel of the radio, if you want to listen to radio. And the other one is written volume, if you want to increase or decrease the volume of your headphones. The other one, if you need assistance from the flight attendant, you press the bottom one. And if you no longer need assistance from the flight attendant, you'll press the one with the red stroke. And the big silver button is for reclining the seat. And here behind the seats, those are tray tables. Underneath the tray tables, there is something that's like a bag. So they used to put various magazines. If you want to read a magazine or newspaper, you'll just grab it and read. 4 kitchens. But then in the airline, we don't really call them kitchens, because in the kitchen we cook, we have stoves, and here we don't have stoves. So we have 4 galleys. We call it a galley. Back then, when they served passengers in this airplane, in first class, they called it the golden dish, where they'll dish up everything in front of the passenger, and the passenger will choose whatever they want to eat. And if you're in business and economy, they'll bring those trolley tables with everything dished and packed inside. We also have 14 toilets on board. Who can tell me where does the waste of the toilet go? Yes, that storage we call it a waste tank. Ne? We have two big waste tank, one at the back and one at the front. So when the airplane lands, there'll be a waste truck that will remove the waste from the waste tank. But in modern airplanes, there's a chemical that they use to wash away the waste. And back then, when they watched movies in this airplane, they used a projector. So this is the projector. The movie played on a whiteboard. If you're in first class, you'd watch two movies. If you're in business and economy class, you'd watch one movie, and the flight attendants chooses which movie to play and when to play it. At the back of the airplane, we have what we call the cabin crew rest. That's where flight attendants used to sleep when they change shifts. It has 9 bunk beds in it. So in this airplane, we'll have 14 flight attendants. So if the airplane will fly for about 10 hours, we'll have 7 flight attendants for the first 5 hours to work and 7 remaining flight attendants to work for the last 5 hours. Um, and those beds are very small, and if you want to be a flight attendant, that's the reason why there's a certain height and size they require, because the beds are small. The passage here is also small, and for height you must be able to reach overhead storages. Overhead storages is where we put our small luggage. So underneath the overhead storage we have the seat numbers. In the airline, they don't have row number 13 because they believe that number 13 is a bad luck number. And for alphabets, we have alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K. Which alphabet I didn't mention? A, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K. I, yes. They don't use alphabet I because alphabet I looks like number 1. The passenger will get lost thinking that on their flight ticket is written 371 instead of 37I. And at the back of the airplane, we have what we call the black boxes. If it happens an airplane crashes, that's where they get the information of what caused the airplane to crash. Those black boxes, they are indestructible, water resistant, and fire resistant. Old black boxes, they recorded the last 2 hours of the flight. Modern black boxes, they record the last 48 hours of the flight. And those black boxes are made out of titanium. And we have 2 of them. They are orange in color. We have the data recorder and the voice recorder. So the data recorder records everything in the airplane: the cockpit, avionics space, the galley, engines, fuel tanks. And the voice recorder records everything that the ground staff and the pilots will be communicating about. So it's important to put your cell phones on flight mode, because if there'll be a lot of internet connection, it will distract the communication between the ground staff and the pilots. And an airplane flies with signal, it will distract the signal of the airplane. Do you have any questions?
Wow, that was it about the Boeing 474 Lebombo, for South African Airways, and it was quite interesting to learn about these planes because we bought them time and time again, but we don't know how they were made, how they function, and so forth. And I'm sure this is the kitchen, what they call galley for the first class, I believe. And this is the first class, as the lady has explained to us. And coming down here, I think these are lavatories, toilets, and this is some of the stuff that belong to this aircraft, the 747, Boeing 747. I'm sure this is business class, and you can tell by how the seats are made different from the economy where we were. And as well, this is the galley again, where they used to make food for the people that, or the business class, I'm sure. Yeah, this is for the business class, right? And this is the entrance or the door to the business class, right? So just to wrap up, on what the lady has already said. I'm just going to be going to other planes and see what we can find. So in this place, there's quite a lot of aircraft. So this is the big one, the Boeing 747, and there's other small airplanes around here, which I'll try to go to and see what they're all about. So this is Douglas DC-4 Skymaster ZS AUB, and the number. Let's try and go inside and see what's in here. Hello guys, see what's in this aircraft. Wow. So here we are. This is the cockpit. This is the cockpit where they operate the plane or the aircraft. You see a lot of things that normal people like us will never understand, and we'll just be seeing from here. It's quite a lot of things that are here. Quite a number of things that you can see, and I'm sure these are the black boxes or some kind of engineering that's going on here. Yeah. So, hi ladies. I said hi. Yeah, I'm busy shooting some content.
Oh yeah, TikToker.
Not TikTok, YouTube.
Oh
yeah.
Hi YouTube.
Hi. And in this plane, there's also a galley, which they also use to where they make food. In the plane, it's not called kitchen because a kitchen is a place where you put some stalls and so forth. But here they call them gullies where they make food. But I'm not seeing a toilet. I'm sure it's right back there where we're not allowed to go inside. I'm sure the toilet, the lavatory is back there. And yeah, that was the Douglas DC-4. And let's try and see if we can go to other planes. I'm sure there is something down there. Hey guys, how are you? Right, this is the full plane. You can see the whole thing here. The wheel or the landing gear. And also see the engines. So this one has 4 engines, I'm seeing. There's 2 on this side and 2 on this side again. So it seems like a lot of planes back then used to have 4 engines. If you can see again this one, I'm not sure. Let's go and find out about this one, what they call it. This is Douglas C-54D Skymaster with the registration and other information. And it's quite interesting to see these things. And I just want to see if we can go inside. No, we cannot. On this one, we cannot go inside, but just to see from the outside and how it is and stuff. And I would like to go and see the other ones. It seems like most of them are closed. It's only one that's really functional, or maybe where you can go inside and see. And the Boeing 747, the big one, the Lebombo. And this one, I'm just gonna read something there, because most of them you can't go inside. You can't actually go inside. You can only see from the outside and so forth. So this one is Lockheed L1649A Starliner with the registration and other numbers. I don't know what that means. And it can even tell you the manufacturing date. It was manufactured 1957. The first flight was 19 57 as well. Delivered to Lufthansa 17 January 1958. First service 1958. So after it was manufactured in 1957, it got its first service in 1958. Wingspan 45.72 meters, which is 150 feet, and overall length is 35.41 meters length, and it's also 116 feet, 0.2 inch. Height is 7 meters, 7.54 meters, which is about which is 24 and 8. Maximum takeoff weight is 72 kgs, 72,575 kgs. Wow, it's quite heavy. So you can imagine how that other one, the big one, the Lebombo, weighs, because this one is 172,000. It's quite big. So it's quite interesting what we're seeing here. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying every bit of it. Let's see on this one. We'll come to the information just after seeing what's happening here. So on this one also we can't go inside. We can't go inside. Yeah, let's go and read something and see if we can get some information. So this is also Boeing 747, but SP44 with registration and its nickname or name. This is Boeing 477 Maluti. That other one is Lebombo. So these names were given from were taken from the mountains in South Africa and were given to these planes. And then now you come here. First date of manufacturing was 17 May 1976. That's when it was rolled out. First flight was 4 June 1976. Wow. And delivered to SAA for 16 June 1976. So it actually doesn't take a lot of time to manufacture a plane. Yeah, but wingspan and other information, it's up, hours flown, 82, whatever. You guys can read. But no time to read that. So cockpit crew is 3. So the 747 SP is a shortened length range version for the Boeing B747. And wow, what? I got the time to read. So this one looks more like the Lebombo. Looks more like Lebombo, but Lebombo is quite bigger than this. You can even see the name written there on it, Maluti Mountain. So this is quite big, but it's a bit short. I think the shorter version of the Lebombo. Maluti is a shorter version. This is the shorter version of the 747. Yes. So, but this looks quite big. If I'm to ask you if you've ever seen a plane, you'd think that you have never seen a plane because you think that it's only the only time you've seen it was on television, but we see planes every day in the air. But sometimes we don't realize that. And look at this one, Protea. So Protea is the national flower of South Africa. So this is named after Protea. And it's quite interesting. Look at this. This looks like another plane from this one that you're seeing. It looks like it's another plane connected to this one, Protea Legends, something like that. I'm not so familiar with Afrikaans. So this is very nice to look at and quite interesting. These are the engines, and you can see that the engine was worked on and so forth and so on. Yeah, it's quite. Let's see if we can see the other planes, like the models where they're saying they hang, where you can see the models of the planes. So let's go inside there and see if it's still open so that we can see what's in there. See this, we can only see from here. We can't really go inside. The last time I came here, you could go in and see inside there. It seems like they've closed it. You can see these planes. This one looks like a plane for war. It's quite interesting to see things, and I'm seeing that on that side, that looks like a aircraft engine right there. I'm seeing this one again. It looks like a school project. Yeah, it looks like a school project. Let me see. Pit and Paul Air Camper. Yes. One pilot, one passenger. So this one could only take one passenger. The pilot would sit right in front there, and the passenger would sit at the back there. And yeah, rebuilt by the Pretoria Boys High Aeronautical Society. Okay, so it was a plane, and then they rebuilt it again. And how many times did it fly? I don't see time flown here. Okay, well, so here you can come and take some readings and learnings about the aircraft that are here, that are inside here. And over there is another one. It's Sweet Afrikaans. I don't know what that means. And looking there, it seems like so they host functions here. If you also want to host a function, a party, they have venues for that. So even saying a private function, so you can come and look and see a lot of things. It's quite a good place to be. It's quite a good place to hang out and have a party. But let's go out and see if we can go somewhere and look. I love these views. These views are so good and refreshing. And I like how they chose a place to put this museum. It's an open air place where a lot of wind is coming, and you just feel good. And this one we haven't seen this one. It's also closed. I don't know why most of them are closed. We're just seeing pay 50 rand to just see from here. Oh, it's another plane flying here. So what is this one? Oh, this is Boeing 737-219 ADV with the registration and other things. Well, this is the information if you want to take a bit of a lesson. Oh, let me touch it. Wow, it's quite nice. Right. This place is quite good. So this is what if they call it a headlight, but this is the light of the plane, and this is the engine. The engine is open. You can see a lot of engineering and wiring happening here. This is the landing gear and a lot of things. But right, so I'm sure this is where they used to put fuel. Okay, it's impact resistant door. I don't know where is the fuel. Where you put fuel in your plane, but quite interesting stuff. This was a nice, enjoyable moment for me to be around here and enjoy the moment and enjoy everything about this place. I loved it. I enjoyed it, and everything was quite good. So I think I'm just gonna be closing this video soon after I need to go inside there and see the models, plane models, and be able to watch and stuff. And also, I want to see if I can go to the flight simulator there, if they are allowing us to go in. Let's just try and see. Go, maybe they will allow us to see the flight simulator. I've never been in one before. I'm hoping that this one will be my first if they don't refuse me entry. But I guess they will give us entry to this place. So this is the flight simulator. If you are training to fly, this is for Boeing 747 Classic Flight Simulator. This is for Boeing. So if you are learning to fly, this plane would come in the land before you really go on an actual plane. Yeah, this is big for South African Airways logo right there. B747. Yeah, flight simulator, right? So this is just depicts the original plane, and that's where you will learn how to fly, and it's quite interesting. It looks like a plane itself. Looks like, see what's in here. Okay, here there's nothing. It's just engineering and a lot of cables and stuff. So you can't go inside here and see. And it looks like what it is. Operations, right? So I think there's one thing that I just want to go and see: simulator and radio room. Uh, let's go and see what's in this room. Simulator and radio room. Let's see what's in there. Probably the radio equipment. Probably a lot of things. Hello. So seeing this is Belmont Radio Corporation aircraft. So this is a radio for the plane. I don't know for which plane. And this is a radio equipment. And you just see all this machinery. Quite a lot of things I see here. See the same equipment. See radio compasses and a lot of things. I see here. This is, I think this is a simulator, something. Air Trainers Limited Flying Train Instructor's Desk. Wow. See, this is what we would call a dashboard. I don't know what they call it in aviation. Edwin Link Air Trainer Limited Jet Instrument. So this is another simulator, I think. Yeah, you get inside there and start doing a thing. So there's quite a few equipment here: headphones, goggles, quite a lot of things that a person like me would never know what it is. A historical look at Zur SAA radio station. Wow. That was it. So I think we should be done here. So this was quite interesting to be around here and learn about these aircrafts and so forth. And well, it was nice. I think I'll definitely come back again and visit this place to see, and probably bring my children and my friends to come and experience this kind of thing around here in South Africa. And we always talk about immigration and so forth, but what is so important that we talk about it without us traveling, without also going and see places. We have to see places and have to have experiences wherever we go. So this was quite an interesting adventure that I'll probably do again. I'll do it again. Yeah. So guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.